What's up, Dragon Brood? So today we're gonna take a look at mono black control. And here's something funny that happened during the course of this video. We have a rare circumstance where, well, let me just say, like very often when people say, I have a deck that beats this other deck some ridiculous percentage of the time. Like I never lose to whatever, or I beat this deck 90% or whatever. That's almost never true. And, never is a strong word. It's rarely true. But today, I think we found one of those situations where it might actually be true. And that's against mono red decks. For whatever reason, normally, and y'all watch these videos, like I play against a large variety of decks whenever I'm playing on the ladder. But for some reason today, there were a lot of mono red decks. Even after we were done playing this deck, I played a different deck on stream and ran into like 3 more. It was just like crazy. I don't know what was going on today. But we didn't lose to any of them with this deck. And we're talking bad hands, weird keeps, being on the draw. Like, it did not matter. Like, there were a couple of games we didn't even come close to being threatened. And that's crazy. I have not had that happen in ages. So if you want to be able to beat mono red, this might be it. I even asked a couple of players that play mono red on the ladder, and they actually said mono black control decks are one of their biggest problems already. So I guess maybe it's just a really good matchup. I don't know. But I'll let y'all decide. But first, let's at least go take a look at the deck list. Okay, now up front I want to say that I'm pretty sure that the Sultai Ultimatum decks are going to be a tough matchup for us. At least game 1. If you're playing sideboard and you have some other stuff you want to bring in, you might have a shot. But I think game 1 is going to be tough because really we only truly have like duress that's going to really disrupt them. We have a few things that we could like buy some time here or there, but it's not going to be a good matchup for us. And actually, I didn't really get to test it or get it here on video because the only one game I played against them, for the memes, I kept a hand that was like 3 Swamp and 4 Maze Mind Tome because something that never happens. And I knew I was going to lose that one. So I didn't even bother including it on the video because there's nothing to be learned from it. So, don't know. I'm just putting that out there. That if that's still a concern, maybe you want to go heavier on some discard stuff because, as it turns out, some of the aggro matchups we kind of really crush anyway. But I don't know. I'll let y'all decide that. But going down the list, we have 4 duress. Again, just, we mentioned them. They have to be there for the tough matchups anyway. We have 4 Heartless Axe, 4 Maze Mind Tome. And I know people, I've brought this up on another video, that for some reason people want to keep getting away from playing Maze Mind Tome. It is truly one of the best cards that you can play in a control deck right now. And it's sad because this is going to be when rotation happens in September. Like, this is going to be one of the best cards, that control decks are losing. But yeah, not enough respect and love for the Maze Mind Tome. 3 Murderous Riders, mostly because it can remove both creatures and planeswalkers, but also gives us some life gain. We're trying 3 Strixhaven Stadiums because, well, maybe we can get a win with Strixhaven Stadium, right? If you can control the board and you just keep putting counters on the stadium, maybe you get 1 or 2 attacks with a couple creatures and that's enough. Playing 2 Baleful Mastery, just kind of as a catch-all removal. 3 Extinction Events. Myriad Construct. Now, this one's actually kind of fun because alongside the Strixhaven Stadium, if this actually goes off and you actually get to get, I don't know, let's say 6 or 7 tokens, well, a couple of attacks is all you need, and then the Strixhaven Stadium is going to go off. So that could be kind of cool too. So we're going to see if we can actually make that happen a couple of times. Then we have 1 Shadow's Verdict. And this card probably could be a couple different things. I think I played it because I was kind of concerned that maybe we wouldn't have enough against some of the aggro decks or against mono white aggro. But it's possible we could remove this. It's on the fence. And it is only 1 copy. Forsaken Monument makes those artifact creatures a little bit more. Gives us a chance to gain some life. Gives us more mana to do quite a few things. We have Wandering Archaic. And this is the one that I'm kind of on the fence about, but I really wanted to test it, and I figured this was going to be the deck to do it. Now, for those of you who don't know, the main thing is the creature. It's 5 mana, 4/4. When an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, they may pay 2. If they don't, you copy that spell and you choose new targets for the copy, which is really good. If they try to kill a thing, then you get the chance to kill something, unless they want to make it have it pay it cost 2 more. My question though is just how often are we going to get that, or are they just going to pay the 2? You know, now it does have another side. It has a sorcery on the backside. It says each player looks at the top 5 cards of their library and may reveal a land card and or an instant or sorcery from among them. Each player puts the cards they revealed in this way into their hand. The rest on the bottom of the library in random order. Each player gains 3 life. Not often are you going to want to use this, right? Like, you get to put a land and or an instant or sorcery, right? So, like, against the creature matchups, I guess it's fine. If they put a land in their hand, sure. You're not that worried about it. Do you want to give them the opportunity to get an instant or sorcery? Like, probably not. But if it's late in the game, you probably don't care, because whatever they get's not going to kill you. So, yeah, there's probably some spots we would use the backside. But right now, we're probably just playing it for the front side. And then, of course, we have 4 Ugin, because we're slow and we have tons of mana, and this is a good finisher. Then lands, we're playing 14 Swamp, 4 Crawling Barrens, 2 Field of Ruin, 4 Radiant Fountain. And that's it. So it's not real complicated. I will say, when we get into the games here, you'll kind of see some things play out. And I want to say, after the games are done, follow up on the other side, because I do have some updates to this list with what we discovered from the games. Boy, this is bad, so we're gonna get rid of that. This is worse. Oh my, do we mulligan again? I think we have to mulligan again. Okay, well, that's better. Let's get rid of monuments. Let's get rid of... Ooh boy, all right, let's see if we can draw a land. I'm gambling. Yeah, the goldfish folks all seem like they're fun. And I did get to hang out with Krim, because he was at a charity event at Card Kingdom that I did commentary for one time. And he's actually a really cool dude. He was really fun to talk to. Alright, I put a stop during my upkeep to try to increase the possibility of drawing a land. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now. See if there's a land on top. Nope. Let's hope the next one's a land. Draw. Oh, okay. Whew. We did everything we could to get there. It took literally every card. Man, thank goodness for Maze Mind Tome, because that bailed us out bad. It gave us a play on 2 and let us see 2 extra cards, so it did its job. Like, if nothing else good happened the rest of the way, that alone was good enough. Good example of using stops there, though. Ooh, an axe. That's unfortunate. I kind of don't want to use the extinction event yet, though. So I'm going to go ahead and play this. Because the opponent, I mean, they can't Embercleave or do anything crazy here. It's going to annoy us. So I'm wondering if they just play the giant here. I mean, they may attack and just, like, Rimrock Knight or something. Yeah, that's what this looks like. So it's either a Rimrock Knight, and they're going to be willing to trade and get 2 1/1s. Or they're going to try... If they shoot our Construct to kill it, that's way better for us. I'm just wondering... what I'm gambling on here, though, is if I don't kill an axe, will they just go ahead and play their Bonecrusher Giant? If they do, then we can Extinction Event for odd and get both of them. So I'm going to gamble on them not doing anything and just playing their Giant. Because taking 2 doesn't matter. It really doesn't, since we're going to gain 4 from the Maze Mind Tome in a bit. There we go. We got what we wanted. Oh, play a 1/1. I was like, man, if they play a 1/1 also and we get 3 cards, oh, that was about to be so good. You know what? I'm not going to blow that up yet. I feel like we have a little bit of time here, so let's be patient. Let's not be too greedy. Let's go ahead and do this for odd. We'll get another hit in there to get just a little bit closer with that Strixhaven Stadium. Oh, your phone's gonna die? Well, thanks, Mark. Also, thanks for the 50 stars. All right, let's see what happens here. We got a good setup. I mean, they could like Goldspan Dragon or something here, and then we'd feel a little bit bad, but not the worst. Not the worst. All right, Fireblade Charger, not so bad. All right, Rimrock Knight doesn't block anything. I am going to go ahead and scry here. Try to get a better card up top. Ooh, do we want that? That's an interesting one because yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess we do. It's also kind of peculiar too because, thanks for the like there. Killing that could give them a third red or something for like Torbran, so we do have to be careful with that. Okay. Let's just pass. I mean, we can get 2 cards. We can get 4 life. Let's see, is this target of just a spell? Okay, not an ability, just target of a spell. So if they have another Rimrock Knight, they play that on the Charger. If we block the Charger. Alright, well, Construct, you gave us a good run. Oh, it's just an Embercleave. Alright, well, let's draw a card then. Come on, Heartless Axe. That'd be fun. Ah, close enough. Close enough. Oh, I can't pay it. I'm short. Oh, that's not... Oops. Oh, well. That's fine. We'll take some damage. We'll live. We just don't get max value is all. Hey, Nick. Thanks for liking the stream. I mean, next turn's going to be just as good anyway. If they try to suit up a Rimrock Knight, we'll just get to kill it. So it's not the biggest thing. Well, I guess we just get an Embercleave. Next. We do take 2 from our own Rimrock Knights. We don't really have a good answer to the other Embercleave hanging out there. If they play Torbran first, we can kill a Torbran. So that won't be the worst thing. Alright. Sadly, they do have 2 of them, so we kind of have to back-to-back manage these. Alright, so we're going to end up taking 5 ultimately this turn. So we don't have a lot of life to play with here. Let's draw. Okay, 2 life helps. Ooh, that is big. Granted, we know they're going to play a Torbran, so that's not as big as it could be, I guess. If we do this first, they could play a Rimrock Knight, or just Embercleave the Rimrock Knight. Alright. I mean, if they just Embercleave the Rimrock Knight, it's not as big of a deal. Like, we just take the hit, but then we can attack back. I mean, if they Torbran, we need to draw another removal card. If they play an X, then we just play the Shadows Verdict. Oh! Are we going to get to... Are they going to play an Axe here and we get to Shadows Verdict the whole team? No, they're not going to let us. Darn it. Good move by the opponent. Good move. Do I want to activate this? This becomes a 2-1. Let's draw a card. Let's see what we get ourselves into here. Okay, nothing good. Sure. I think we're okay blocking here. I'm just taking 6. Alright. Let's go. Ooh, so close. So close. 4, 5. Oh, no, we do have enough. Why did I not think that was enough? Okay. So here becomes a real quick. Actually, no. We just play this. They don't have haste creatures. They could Faceless Haven and attack Ugin, but, like, we kind of don't care if they do. Because that's 4. Only puts Ugin down to 5, but then they're not doing anything else for the turn.
An opportunity to act rashly is the chant my flames burn.
All right.
Beyond perception.
We also have 4 life on tap if we need it with the Maze Mind Tome. We have a blocker with the Crawling Barrens. All right, so far not too bad. Like we've got some things working here. Oh, well, that would have been nice earlier. So what do we do here? I guess we just -4. I mean, we could minus... The thing is, though, if we -4, we only go to 5. If we -6 to get rid of the Embercleave, that doesn't really do anything we want. And we know this is in their hand, the Anax, that we can get rid of with the Shadow's Verdict. So let's go ahead and just -4 here. And then we'll play this.
Return to the essence of the multiverse.
So now we'll get another card. We'll get 4 life. Ugin's mostly safe here unless they drew like a spot removal, burn spell, whatever. Oh, no. No. Oh, how sick. Random haste creature is going to eat our lunch here. Oh, no. We just have to hope the card we draw off the Maze Mind Tome is good. That's so brutal. Oh, wait. What? They must have a Rimrock Knight or something, right? Because why would they do this? Yeah, they must have a play. They must have a play. They're just coming at us? Okay, then we're going to go ahead and gain the life. They must have forgot. Oh, they don't even have that. Oh, that's just a bad play by the opponent. Okay, then. Well, I guess we'll just do this then. And
my draconic talents.
we can juice this up big if we need to. So yeah, now we're kind of in shields up mode. Because we can Field of Ruin their lands. Oh yeah. Could they equip the Faceless Haven? They wouldn't have had quite enough mana to do that last turn. They can this turn. But they'd also not be able to attack with their Faceless Haven. Alright, so we're going to put some counters on the Crawling Barrens. And then we're going to put more counters on the Crawling Barrens. And then we're going to put more counters on the Crawling Barrens. Oh, can we not? I was going to say. Like, come on now. I'm willing to go to war now. An 8-8 versus a 4-3. Yeah, then they're like, never mind, let me play this Anax. That's what we really wanted to do. Now the question is, do I use this first just to get rid of Anax? Or do I Ugin, get rid of the 1/1s? I don't even know if it matters. Opponent's at 16. We can, how big can we get this Crawling Barrens, actually? We can get 1, 2, 3, 4, so that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. No, it's only 3 activations we can get on this. So that's 6. We can get this up to 14. Can't quite kill the opponent. Would have been nice. Would have been nice. I think we just do this. Like, no point doing anything else, really. can't quite do everything I want to, so I'll wait. I mean, being able to make this big enough to just be lethal next turn is good enough. Like, we can remove whatever they play with Ugin. Yeah, that's it. We get 2 draws effectively, plus we'll have the Maze Mind Tome turn to try to get black mana. You know what? I'm going to keep it for science. Let's do it. This is probably terrible, but, you know, this is how we learn. Man, that's an angry little Thopter when you click on it. Or we have an opponent who mulligan and then is unhappy. I don't know what's going on. Oh, boy. But yeah, if y'all didn't see today, I put up 2 videos. One over on YouTube was a review of the new Ultra Pro deck boxes. The satin cubes. So, pretty sweet. And then we also had a video for Lowerhold Spirits. So if you are looking for a spirit deck there, you like Boros style decks, give that one a look. Spear up. All right. This isn't awful. Like, this is, like, problematic, but not bad, you know? Like, I don't feel terrible here. Yeah, the opponent would have been better off just playing the Rimrock Knight that turn. Alright, now just play a land and play an axe so we can Extinction Event everybody. That's what we're calling for. I'm not asking for a lot, deck. Come on, let the opponent do the thing. Or they could just straight up just play a Bone Crusher Giant. Oh, they did have the Anax. Thanks, opponent. You'd love to see it. So now they're effectively down to 1 card that matters, because we know we don't care about the Rimrock Knight. Yeah, exactly. They just want to maximize our value. I don't know why they're not just attacking here. Like, I obviously have no creatures. You know I'm just going to use my Maze Mind Tome. You might as well just attack. Like, what's happening? Okay, there we go. 2 damage. Opponent gets 2 life. Alright, let's go ahead and scry. I will take a Radiant Fountain, because just free life gain against their decks is definitely what we're looking for. Alright, so we have to survive 1 key turn here, is the goal. Like, this is all we're trying to do, is get through this turn. The reason I played the Swamp instead of the Fountain is in case we wanted to kill something in response to, like, a, I don't know, an Embercleave, or they play a Torbran, we can kill the Torbran at the end of their turn, you know, like that sort of thing. So I want to just leave some options open. We're going to risk it and not take, or not use a Murderous Rider here. Now, it's possible they try to use another, like, Rimrock Knight, and we might, like, get a 2-for-1 by targeting the Fervent Champ or something here, but that didn't happen. Alright, we're at 10. Technically, we're at 12, soon to be 14, so we're not really at risk yet. And if we were really hard up, we can go ahead and use Baleful Mastery, but oh, we're going to get all the value. All the value. This is so good. We're just going to get everything. And we got life gainers. Oh, this is so good. And we just have to be sure to not misclick and just call odd. Oh, that was about as good as that could have been. Yep. I probably will go ahead and use the Maze Mind Tome here. Because I was just debating, like, yeah, let's go ahead. Wandering Archaic. You know what? We might just play that next turn. Yeah. Yeah, let's leave that on top. I was just debating what I wanted to do there. It's like, maybe, maybe not. But I said, yeah, we'll go for it. And we may just wait till we can just play this. I mean, we're not going to really get anything for kicker unless they play a Faceless Haven or something, I suppose. So maybe just playing it for 4 is fine. And then just trading with the Rimrock Knight. Otherwise, they shoot it and we get a bunch of 1/1s. But I'm going to do this instead. Because then even if they play an instant, like, we'll get a copy of something. And even if they go like land Torbran or something, we don't greatly care because we can just like Baleful Mastery to get rid of it next turn. And we're at enough life that we just block trade kind of this whole time. Yep. Makes sense. You know what? We will block. I could probably get by not blocking here because I have enough life, and like I said, I'm about to gain 4 more. But I think right now, while the opponent's struggling, it feels like their hand is Embercleaves and Torbrins right now. So they're just trying to make use of what they have. And if that's the case, we can just sit on our removal to get rid of their big things incoming. I'm going to go ahead and use this now. We'll go ahead and gain the life. Ooh, do I want a Heartless Act? I mean, I guess so. I mean, that's weird. I don't even know if I want a Heartless Act looking at my hand. But, because, like, even if I play a Murderous Rider... I just realized that. Their hand might actually be Frostbites. Could be, hey, Jari, thanks for the 99 stars there. I'm going to do without that. Feels a little sketchy. But, I mean, I'm sitting on 4 removal cards. They're slow by comparison. Hey, Dago, thanks for liking the stream. But even with them being slower, I can't think of a reason that I need to have that Heartless Act. Well, we drew another Murderous Rider, so yeah, pretty glad I didn't keep that. No kicker. We're just going to play it as a 4/4. If the opponent plays stuff to target it, whatever. We get 4 1/1s. But yeah, if their hand is just some combination of Torbrins, Embercleaves, Frostbites, we're kind of in pretty good shape here. Yep, you do sup. Sure. Alright. I'm going to attack or block because if they do have a Frostbite, then we just end up getting a bunch of 1/1s. And that's fine. Yep, that's what it was. Alright. So now we have more things to attack with. Field of Ruin. That isn't particularly helping us do anything. So I guess we just attack for 4, right? So, I mean, since that tramples, we're not going to get anything out of the deal, so sure. Enos, hey, welcome back. Okay. Yeah, this is a weird thing. Like, we kind of didn't play anything early, but we're at the point now we kind of get to just take our time with what the opponent's doing, and we don't have to really move too quick here. Let's get rid of that. I'm assuming this is a Torbran incoming. No, not even a Torbran. Wow. Wow, okay. I guess it could be a bunch of Frostbites and they just don't want to use it on a 1/1 since they're at 30. Alright, let's at least test that theory then. I mean, if it dies, it dies. We at least know what's in their hand. Oh, it's not. Then what are they holding? It has to be Embercleaves then, right? Because nothing else makes sense. Nope, it's Frostbites. Okay. They actually did have it. Hey, I might have wanted that swamp. Oh, it wasn't even a swamp. It was a Crawling Barrens. I definitely wanted the Crawling Barrens. We'd be able to end this a lot sooner. Okay, well, again, with all the removal we have, we're just gonna keep fighting. And we have now become the beatdown, even though our opponent's at more life. As funny as that is. Hey, Helen, thanks for liking the stream. We are experimenting with some mono black decks today. Okay, sure. Okay. Gonna move to the attack step. Now it's just, do I want to use Baleful Mastery? Or do I want to use Murderous Rider? I think I want to Murderous Rider. Because then I could cast Rider and use Mastery next turn. And just taking the 2 here doesn't really hurt us that much. We're still taking 3, we'd be at 9. The opponent's at 1 card. I think we're fine. I mean, we could just go ahead and Baleful Mastery and just get rid of that now if we wanted to. You know what? I might just do that. Just say, you know what? We'll just keep all of our life. And then we're just going to keep coming. Oh, excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have exactly enough. Look at that. How convenient. I mean, the control deck is now the beatdown. We're getting in there. All right. You know, this is like a rough spot. If you're in the red player's seat here, in all seriousness, because this was like a long slog for them trying to come back. But we never really felt threatened. You know what I mean? Like, even if they would have found the Torbrand, even if they would have found the Embercleave, like, we never were like, oh, well, if they get this card, we're in trouble. Yet, you know, they're still top decking stuff trying to do things, but they're not really relevant things in the grand scheme of things. And we still have another Murderous Rider. Yeah, this also gets bad for them too now, because, like, if they have any removal. Oh, dragon, there you go. Dragon's a thing. All right. So dragon, we go down to 6. That's a real card. I mean, you can't equip at instant speed, opponent. Come on now. Well, Duress, you suck here. Alright, so we get in for 10. Which means, in theory, we should have lethal. Because I can't think of a thing the opponent's going to draw here that when we use this to kill their dragon, that we die from 4 life. No, that's not totally true. If they were to get... No, that doesn't do it either. Because I was thinking about all the things with haste. Here, but I think we're still good. Because we're actually going to be at 8, and we're going to go down to 6. Because we gained 2 from the Murderous Rider. They could actually get a blocker, though. If they were to get... Well, really any creature would qualify to block here, honestly. Draw this out a little bit more. Because they would be able to block the Wandering Archaic, and that would keep us from having lethal. Though, then they'd be on the back foot, and they'd be strictly top decking. So, we're probably still fine. But, could be interesting. Let's see what happens. Or are they just going to equip? Okay, this could be a good sign for us. This could be good. Because they might be thinking, okay, attack, they'll gain 5, they go to 13. I think we're good. Maybe I'm giving myself a false sense of security here, but I think we're good. I probably should have done it before they actually declared it as an attacker, though, so they get 1 less gold, or 1 less treasure. But I don't know that it really matters. We'll see, though. Could be a mistake. If they end up needing exactly 1 more to, like, play their creature and equip it, that could end up being a mistake. Because that's going to be real sad if that's what went down here. Oh, it is. Oh, wait. But because they're playing it, if they don't pay the cost, we actually get to copy their Bonecrusher Giant and shoot them for 2. So they're doing us a favor here, actually. Alright, so they're going to pay for it. Oh, well, then they're just dead, right? Well, no, because this only costs, what, 2 to equip? No, it costs 1. Yeah, that costs 2 to equip. So, yeah. So that doesn't help them. They're not dead, but it doesn't necessarily help them. Okay. So if we attack with everything, we can attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They could actually block the Murderous Rider. And no, they would take 8. So they actually have to block Wandering Archaic. Never mind. Alright. So yeah, game's over. Because we're going to gain 2 from the Murderous Rider. I don't think they have anything that's going to gain them or deal 6 right off the bat. Even if they get another dragon, it's not enough. Oh. Yeah, what? What? But let's go with... Oh, I kind of want to keep it, but I'm going to mulligan. I'm too much of a wuss. And this was worse. This was worse. I should have kept the other hand. Ugh. Alright. Let's see what happens. I should have definitely kept the other hand. I should have gambled. Because if I'd have gotten even just 1 black mana... Really? More? This is more mono red. Jeez, come on. Well, it's mono red of sorts, I guess. 7 dwarves action. I tried doing the 7 dwarves thing, and I never got it to work. I really thought, like, doing some, like, 7 dwarves and Magda and, you know, some dragons would just work out. And, man, it was such a struggle. It was so much... I think the problem is it was, like, halfway between mono red and other, like, aggro decks, and it just didn't really do it all what you wanted it to do, you know? Alright, so we're going to take our 3. I mean, since we have it, let's go ahead and Extinction Event for even, because those cost 2. I mean, not sure what else to do there. Okay, Robber of the Rich, sure. Go to a 15. Oh, that's a good one to pick up. We like seeing that. So this isn't even a 7 dwarf. This is just mono red that happened to be playing 7 dwarves, I guess. Ooh, Heraldic Banner. That's a good call. All right, what else you got for me? Ooh, another robber. See, this is tough because I don't want to take 6, but I also think it's fine to Extinction Event here. And I might need this to be able to kill off a Faceless Haven in a turn or two. So taking 6 sucks, and we're going to give the opponent the option of 2 cards. That actually is pretty bad. Man, I hate this, but I think this is safer, sadly. And if they just have dragons and stuff, then I'll just have to find a way to deal with it. Alright, well, that at least makes Ugin an almost a realistic possibility. If we can find another land. And that could get us a couple points of life, so that's a thing. Alright, we might get attacked with that Faceless Haven we were worried about. Yep, here it comes. We go to 9. And the opponent has nothing. Alright. Well, not a bad situation to be in.
Always consider the consequence. Do not ignore my draconic talent.
I mean, Ugin's going to go down to at least 5 here if they want it to. So, let's see what happens. This is going to be weird if I put this video together and it's just mono black control versus mono red decks. But it is what it is. Like, if that's what the opponents are playing, it's what they're playing, you know? Alright. Down to 7. Opponent still has 3 mana here. I mean, just playing a Bone Crusher doesn't do much knowing we have an Ugin. You could shoot us, put us to 5, and at least puts us in range of dying to a few things. Especially if they have a dragon or something. Oh, there's Magda. Probably should have done that before the attack step. I am curious what you have, opponent. Whoa. Well, now. Royal Eruption. Ugh. 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 Royal Eruption just does 5 straight up. So we kind of have to get rid of that if we want to be able to play this Murderous Rider effectively. Let's get rid of that. Let's kill the Magda. Let's play Murderous Rider. And then we can still Field of Ruin the Faceless Haven. And then if we find a colorless spell, we'll gain 2 life. And then we can start trying to turn things around a little bit here. I mean, you choose what you're going to do with your Faceless Haven. Just coming at us. Alright, fair. Then we will destroy a Faceless Haven. Now, admittedly, if they have something that costs 3, so be it. But I feel like we're still going to be okay here. Also, thanks for that like, by the way. Alright, come on, opponent. I mean, sure, you get mana. I mean, I guess if they have something they can play during the attack step, so be it. I was like, maybe they do. Want to get rid of a Murderous Rider, keep our life total down or something? Keep us from going ultimate with Ugin? Nope, nope, that's it. Alright. I think we keep this. I think our win streak's gonna come to a close here. But we're gonna keep this one, I think. Let's just see what happens with it. We've been running pretty hot with this thing, so we're due to get run over. Worth it. Let's see though. I mean, we're not that bad off, but we'll see. Oh, that's not where I thought this was going. Is this some type of like Naya Luca deck? If so, we could be in trouble because we're not really prepared for that. I mean, we can get rid of a Luca because those get rid of all these get rid of planeswalkers, so that's fine. And we could survive whatever thing they go get for a turn. But otherwise, I don't know what's happening here. Oh, this is actually really bad for us, believe it or not, because we don't have anything to do. I mean, maybe they're just playing that for mana, but if this is actually any type of shrine deck, we are not going to be doing well. I like Maze Mind Tomes, but I don't think that's what we're looking for right now. We need help otherwise. We're actually gonna need mana soon. We're just gonna pass. All right, here goes. This is probably where it starts going downhill. So it is a Sanctum deck. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to beat this, y'all. This is definitely not what we are built to survive. Do we draw a card? Do we Murderous Rider a goose? I think we just kill the goose. Yeah, really, we have to just draw Ugin. That's our only out. Like, we have to Ugin to get rid of the shrines. And even then, we have to get the mana to do it. And, like, there's a lot of moving parts here to try to make this work. We have a little bit of time, but not a ton. All right, we do need that land. Let's go ahead and play a creature. And pass. So if they want to kill it, they can kill it. But we got to do something. I mean, right now, we're still 4 lands away from even being able to cast an Ugin. And that's if we even find one. If we do, it's a huge play when we get to it. But it may not be enough. We may not survive that long. Oh, it's a Tessin champion. Okay, good. That's a thing we can at least remove. So I'd rather see that than other options. Okay, they're going to get rid of our constructs. Fair enough. Unfortunately, that's only when it's targeted by spells that we get the tokens. Alright, so we're going to scry. Ooh, I kind of do want to duress. I kind of also want to get rid of our opponent's creature. Damn. Well. We're at enough life. I think we have to do this. I feel like the duress is too good to pass up. Yeah, that was big. Good call. So now we put the opponent in the position of having to find something. And if they just draw lands here, whatever. They have all the mana in the world, nothing to do with it. I mean, they could discard to deal 2, I guess, with the Sanctum, but... Alright, come on. Don't have it. Ah, it sounds like they found a card. It's just a matter of what is it. If they attack, we're not blocking because our plan is to get rid of the champion next turn and they can discard card. Oh, they had a Vanishing Verse. Well, never mind. There's nothing we can do about that anyway. Man, how nice would it have been if we'd have had this out? Well, they'd have just paid for it, though. Alright. We will scry, I think. Mostly knowing we're going to spend our mana to just play. Oh, yeah, we'll take that, I guess. If nothing else, it'll give us a creature. Alright, we'll pass. Ooh, actually, you know what? Oh, it's been ETBs, though, so we're fine. I was thinking it was a cast trigger. Okay, we'll get rid of that. Opponent has a goose. Annoying, but fine. It doesn't really do anything to us. Strixhaven Stadium. How do we feel about that? I mean, I guess this is an alternate way we could win. I didn't really think about that, but alright, sure. I guess we're into it. Next turn, play Maze Mind Tome. Use Murderous Rider to kill something. Actually, we could just Maze Mind Tome here, actually. Okay. I mean, unconventional, but, you know, it's a way to win against this deck. Not the way I was planning in my head, but we'll see if it works. I mean, if they just draw land or they draw removal cards, then that's good for us. Okay, that's 5. If we Wandering Archaic, we can at least start trying to attack, right? So let's do that. I mean, it's not a lot because they can just make food, sack food, whatever, but it at least moves things forward. All right, opponent has infinite mana effectively, so whatever they draw that they want, it's sick here. Ooh, Archon. Okay. Good thing we have some kill cards in hand. Hold on. I'm just thinking, can I actually draw a card next turn doing this? So yeah, I'm just not going to use that on this turn. Ah, then we drew another Strixhaven Stadium. Well, that changes everything. Because now I want to do this. And then probably Murderous Rider. Mostly because I can use this cheaper, and I also have the option of casting Murderous Rider just to attack next turn and maybe try to set off these Strixhaven Stadiums. Alright. The other thing is, we've got 2, 4, 6, 7 mana, so now we're 1 mana away if we do find an Ugin. So that's a thing. Hey, Craig Stone, how's it going? All right. All right. Well, yeah, like I said, the deck worked pretty well and worked fabulously against the mono red deck. So kind of weird that we have a video that has so many mono red matchups, but it's what was available. I had people watching on stream. This is almost all we played against. I don't know. There's not much to do about that, unfortunately. I will say, though, the Wandering Archaic really didn't do too much. I'm not really sure. Maybe it works better in a deck where you're limiting the opponent's resources or something. So to that end, I would like to experiment with playing an additional Myriad Construct and probably playing a couple copies of Solemn Simulacrum. I think that'll help us hit just more consistently to get a ramp up a little. And, you know, the Strixhaven Stadium was cool, but we probably only need 2 of them. And if we occasionally get it and it works, great. If it doesn't, great. So probably reduce that down to 2 as well. And then that'll make room for us to get those Solemn Simulacrums in there. and increase the number of myriad constructs. But outside of that, I don't think I really want to switch up much, except maybe play one Castle Locthwain. I think could be another addition that could be pretty good. But overall, yeah, the deck was a lot of fun. The games were a little slow and grindy at times, as expected. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I think if you like control decks or you like mono black, this should be right up your alley. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about a real powerful, really kind of different card in Nirkana Revenant. And the main reason I want to bring this up is for those of you that didn't see it, I put up a video a couple days ago talking about how to deal with cards during the standard rotation, and how the price of cards goes up and down and how you should manage your resources in arena and all that. So check that out. It could be good for a lot of people. And if you know anybody who doesn't know how to handle that, or it's their first time dealing with rotation, I recommend you show that video to them. It should be able to help them. But I bring it up because this is exactly the type of card you would want to pick up right after rotation, right? Because standard cards sometimes drop in value. This particular card was never popular in standard, so if you're going to get it for cheap, this is going to be the moment you can get it for cheap, is right at rotation, because then after that it just kind of starts a trajectory upward. And it did have a small window of time where it dropped down later, but it never went below like $7 or $8. It's always been a sought after card because in Commander it gives you extra mana, you could have a big creature, it's kind of filling a lot of boxes on one card. And players love that in casual kitchen table games and Commander games. There was a lot of money to be made on Nirkana Revenants. Don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, as well as you can get links to my Discord, or if you want to come just hang out, ask questions, you want to come be part of the streams, maybe get your deck involved, if you want to maybe have me play your deck every once in a while, you can get links to all those things down in the description below. Come join us, have some fun, and don't forget, if you haven't, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because those things really help out. And we're getting so close to 12,000 subscribers and 1 million views on the channel, which is amazing. So thank you all so much. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.